from Manchester to Louisville. We do some of our homework because the leading key policy themes are education, health, social and civil order, the environment, communities, vocation, training, employment and enterprise. We just pulled some figures up. By the way, that was from Google. We have a researcher in our office and he scopes. Never go into competition unless you're prepared. That's part of the challenge. Those are the demographics, the geographics, everything we look at before we decide to put a campus into place. And all the campus does is brings us all together into a cultural framework and a model that can engage, equip and empower the map, tracking and measurement of the social, cultural and economic outputs and outcomes. Cradle to career, you have the policy strategies, you have the development pathways. But I've been on the streets. I've been to the east and the west, the 9th Street dividing line. But I've also been to a community on the east of the west, in Smoketown. Very interesting community, Smoketown. Incredible potential. These are some of the youth organisations, and there are many more, so please excuse me if they've not been all identified. But every single time I had a meeting in the 4 days that I've since been here, another organisation has been identified. And if we were a consortia of business interests, how good would our business of young people and communities be? Do we compete or collaborate? Do we take some of the best talent and make it national talent, but retain it locally because of the problem, the challenge? But it is an opportunity. Multi-agency collaboration is impact. Again, some of the agencies that we believe you pull together to make this a truly collaborative approach. And many people say, oh, we talk, but you talk at the events, you talk at the conferences. We're not delivering consistently and sustainably enough. If UPS was to take that approach, they would be out of business. They have to be on time, and when they're on time, people have confidence, they have trust, they have respect. If there's no trust, confidence, or respect, then we cannot succeed. I led a Great Britain team, and we were absolutely dominant. We didn't all get on, but we absolutely respected one another because the goal was simple. Individual ambitions is a common goal. The community campus locally has already been scoped. It is Smoketown. You can thank Councilwoman Barbara Saxton-Smith. She took me on a very unique, exposed journey to all things good that is happening and all things bad that could happen. By the way, you are nowhere near where we are in Britain, in the cities of our green and pleasant land. And I sincerely pray and hope you do not have to get to grips with what we are having to get to grips with. In Smoketown, I saw community. I saw young people. I saw community leaders in potential. They all said there's nothing to do, there's nowhere to go, and there's limited resources to show them. But there's so much going on. There's so much potential. So that's the local delivery network that's supported by the bigger multi-agency collaboration. So investment can really start to see a return. That we can start to produce on daily, if required, or monthly, or weekly, or quarterly cycles, exactly what the impact of our work is. We have developed a considerable amount of digital infrastructure to support this community campus model. We had to do that because our social coaches had a duty of care and child safety to engage in our young people. So they're able to download, reflect, and report the sessions that they have. The young people have a digital passport. It's their membership, it's their rights of access. And they can comment on their social coaches and their offer, because they are consumers. They're savvy. They know we need their numbers to justify our existence. And it is an existence, but how worthy should it be? I believe that there's a campus possible, or else I wouldn't be here. The social coach, Flow Like a Butterfly program this afternoon will start to lay that footprint. But it is all about coordinating the effort, communicating the effort, consolidating the effort, and making sure it's truly impactful and deliverable. From the Mayor's office, to non-governmental sector, to the private sector, to the third sector, to the community sector. And the Muhammad Ali Centre is just a place that brings it all together. The unifying force in spirit and those 6 pillars that provides a strategy and a call to action. Because this has to be a call to action. We cannot afford to woulda, shoulda, coulda anymore. There are no more kumbaya moments. We have competition for the hearts and minds of our young, as local as it is global, and we must now collaborate. We must now communicate what it is we wish to do. I looked at some of the legacy campaigns. You had the Ali in all of us this recent summer. How many people, when I shared with it in the UK, would have come just to experience it, just to be part of it? Because just over a year ago, the world came to Louisville. It came to pay tribute to someone that touched the lives of the world. But I don't believe you really appreciate or understand what you have. With all your challenges, I understand your glass bubble would see you looking inwardly. But it's in your ability to look globally, I believe it will start to address some of the ongoing challenges you face, and above all, help us in our global communities achieve and overcome some of the challenges that we face. Mayor Fisher did come to London, and he presented a Muhammad Ali keepsake. He did meet with Mayor Burnham, and hopefully he'll be joining the 6 Metro mayors to discuss what those challenges of the day and how we work more collaboratively to achieve them. We've got to give them the challenge, we've got to give them the means, and we've got to give them the political ability to deliver for and on our behalf. We do actually elect them, do we not? And there comes a time where they seek re-election. In Britain, we're very lazy. We voted for Brexit. Everyone got lazy, and they were saying, what the hell happened? What happened were young people fell asleep. They forgot their democracy. They forgot their rights. Now they're not happy. A vote was made in their name, but not with their vote. So it's about really galvanising an intergenerational approach with, as I've said, sport, culture, arts as the vaccine antidote. And the treatment is up to every single one of us. Because ultimately, the youth agency engagement will have these benefits. They will have inputs and outcomes. They will provide the confidence of further investment. Because once we're producing jobs and entrepreneurship, guess what? You've got multi-billion investment coming downtown. So there must be the opportunity of giving hope and opportunity to those young people who tell me it can't happen, it won't happen, because it's never happened before. Yeah. Well, it can happen, it will happen, it must happen. Because the consequences are far too, I think, dark in their future for us to even consider that a light should be at the end of everyone's tunnel. But it shouldn't be a train approaching. It should be a tunnel advanced in that light that will shine brightly and give them that open opportunity that they seek. Everything I've spoken about is retained within that global approach. The Youth Charter is a United Nations non-governmental organisation. We should be in New York at the UN Assembly, presenting what needs to happen there. But guess what? I chose to be here. I'll leave Mr. Trump to say what he has to say. Today, Mohammed is saying what he has to say, and he's saying it with us.